every night when you close your eyes and drift into sleep, you return to them. The ones you lost, the ones who left too soon, the ones who have been gone for centuries. You think they are dead, you think they are lost to time, but the truth is, they never left. You meet them every night in your dreams, but the system has taught you to forget, because if you remembered, you would know the secret. Reincarnation is not what you think. You've been told reincarnation is a journey of the soul, moving through different bodies, carrying karma from one life to the next. But what if that's not how it really works? What if your soul is not separate from others? What if all souls are one, and the bodies we inhabit are just temporary vessels? The moment you are born, you forget who you were, you forget who you loved, you forget that the faces you see now, you've seen 1,000 times before. Because reincarnation is not you jumping from one body to the next. It's a reshuffling of energy, a cycle, a regeneration. You could be reborn as a stranger's child, a ruler or a beggar, a man or a woman, a bird, a tree, a single breath of wind. Because you are all of them, and they are you. Everything that lives is your family. We spend our lives looking for the people we've lost. But what if they were never gone? The dog that follows you home, refusing to leave your side. The stranger you meet who feels familiar, as if you've known them before. The child born into a new world, carrying memories they shouldn't have. Because when you see a newborn baby, you are not seeing a new soul. You are seeing a soul that has regenerated. And the person you once held, once laughed with, once loved, they are here, living again, just in a new form. Sometimes close, sometimes far, but always connected, because we are not separate. We're all pieces of the same energy, the same vast consciousness, experiencing itself over and over again. The reason we forget, if we could remember, we would see the truth, that there is no death, that we are not trapped in individual bodies, doomed to lose those we love. That everything we fear, the end, the unknown, the emptiness, is just a trick of the system. The construct wants you to believe that life is linear, birth, life, death, but that's the illusion. In reality, life is a loop, a regeneration machine, and the moment you break the illusion, the moment you see the cycle, you remember everything. So what happens when we sleep? When you dream, you are not just seeing random images, you are traveling. You are slipping into the in-between. The place where the souls gather before they return, the place where the ones you lost still exist. That's why dreams feel realer than real. That's why you wake up missing something you can't explain. That's why sometimes a dream will shake you more than reality itself, because it was real. And every night when you close your eyes, you go home. You see them, you hold them, you remember, until morning comes and the veil closes again. You will never be alone. You were never meant to fear death, because you have died before and you will live again. And everyone you have ever loved, you will meet them again. Not just in the next life, but tonight. In your dreams, you were never born and you will never die. You exist, always have, always will. But this world has taught you to believe in endings, in loss, in separation. The truth, there is no you. Not in the way you think. You are a fragment of something greater, a piece of the whole, temporarily experiencing individuality before returning to the infinite consciousness. Reincarnation is not about one soul moving from one body to another. It is the entire system reshuffling. A cycle, a loop, a regeneration of the whole. You are everyone who ever lived. The greatest trick ever played was convincing you that you are separate from everyone else. That you are a single being born at a certain time, living one life, then passing into the unknown. That's the illusion. The reality, you are your ancestors, you are your future descendants, you are every person you have ever loved. The people in your life, you have known them before, and you will know them again, because you are them. And they are you, just reshuffled, reassembled, regenerated into new forms, so the cycle can continue. Every night when you fall asleep, your body shuts down, but you wake up, you return to the place beyond time, the place where all souls merge. That's why you dream of people who are no longer here. That's why some dreams feel more real than waking life. That's why sometimes a dream will leave you shaken, longing, missing something you don't even understand. Because when you sleep, you are slipping through the cracks of reality. You are seeing the system from the outside. And every morning when you wake up, you are pulled back into the illusion, back into the body, back into the separation, back into the program, until the next night when the cycle repeats. Reincarnation is not personal, it's a system reset. You do not get to choose where you go next, because you are not moving as an individual soul. You are part of a collective field of energy, constantly breaking apart and reforming into new configurations. When a baby is born, it is not a new soul entering the world. It is a rearrangement of the energy that already exists, a reshuffling of the collective consciousness. That means The child could carry pieces of a loved one who passed. A stranger you meet could have fragments of someone you once knew. The person you feel inexplicably connected to. They may have been by your side in another form, in another time. Because everyone is everyone. The same energy, the same force, just taking different shapes and different cycles. Why we forget the rules of the game. If you remembered your past lives, if you remembered your true nature, the system would collapse. Because you would realize there is nothing to fear, there is no true separation. Death is just a transition between states, and that would make you free. But the system is not built for freedom, it is built for experience, for lessons, for growth through struggle. So every time the cycle begins again, you are wiped clean, your memories erased, your past connections hidden, your true nature buried beneath a new identity. But sometimes the veil slips. A child remembers a past life in perfect detail. You meet someone and feel an instant, unexplainable connection. You have a dream that feels like a memory, not imagination. These are glitches in the system. The final secret, you will never be alone. The ones you love, the ones you lost, they are not gone. They are here, in new bodies, in new lives, in the strangers you pass on the street. And every night when you sleep, you return to them until the cycle begins again, and again, and again. Because the game never ends. It just resets and we all play it together.